17-3, currently ranked at number 15. Both teams 4-2 in conference. Texas A&M currently ranked number 24, and after starting 0-2, has won 4 in a row in the SEC. The opening tip, controlled, deflected, and the ball on the floor. Carter quickly, high-arching first jump shot, good from 17 feet. Kennedy Carter averages just over 21 points per game, as you've seen.
Look, a 17-foot wide-open, uncontested shot for Kennedy Carter is like a layup. She's going to take that all day long.
Nice pin down inside. Good offense and a quick basket by Tatiana Wyatt, the 6'2 sophomore out of Columbus, Georgia. Let's take a look at the Texas A&M lineup. The headliner is Kennedy Carter, but getting a lot of help from Kayla Wells, who had 19 points on Thursday night.
You see the trapping defense coming at Kennedy Carter. You're going to see Kentucky try to take the ball out of her hands, really make more people on this Aggie team score.
Quick catch and shoot. Maci Morris rattles in and out. Battle for the offensive rebound, and it will be Kentucky basketball.
Oh, what a quick release right there. She did not hesitate in transition to take that three. And the ball, Paul, was in the cylinder and just came out. You see great rotation.
Morris, the 6-foot senior out of Pineville, Kentucky, second team All-SEC last year, was picked first team preseason by the coaches.
Both teams in man defense. Really pressuring the ball. All good defenses start with ball pressure. So you're going to see both of these coaches really value that part of the defense.
Open shot out of the corner by point guard Taylor Murray. Battle for the offensive rebound. Nice recovery by Ryan Howard, the outstanding freshman. For Kentucky, wearing their blue road uniforms, and India Jones, number 31 for Texas A&M, taking what will be likely the first of many rebounds so far on the afternoon.
You see the size that Kentucky is putting on Kennedy Carter right here to start this game. Ryan Howard, 6-footer, a little over 6 feet. Putting that size on her, trying to disrupt her from seeing the basket when she shoots the ball.
Stepping through the double team, out to Jones. The shot clock is winding down, and that ball deflected out of bounds. It'll be an A&M basketball with only 1 second to shoot.
You see how slippery Kennedy Carter is? I mean, she went through 3 people right there, but again, her handles, her ball handling skill gives her the opportunity to create in a lot more tight situations.
That's going to be a shot clock violation. The officials are going to talk over this one. Turnovers are always a big factor in a basketball game, but particularly, Nell, when you play Kentucky, because they turn you over more than any other team in the league.
Well, that ball pressure, I mean, Matthew Mitchell, again, really values the defensive end of the floor. So looking again to see who hit this ball out of bounds. Oh, I'm sorry, see if they touched it before the clock. Yeah. I tell you, I just hope they don't take 19 minutes to figure this out, because we had a game like that today, that Tennessee-LSU game that really ran over because of all the times they went to the monitor.
They will reset, and that's going to be the same play, a shot clock violation. Starting lineup for the Kentucky Wildcats. Taylor Murray had an absolutely huge second half. 19 of her 21 points on Thursday night as Kentucky beat Missouri at home 52-41 to improve to 17-3 overall. There is Murray with her second look not there. Jones with her second rebound. Nice look ahead. Good play by Kayla Wells, number 11 in white, getting ahead of the pack.
Yeah, what a player that's really coming on for Gary Blair's Aggies is Kayla Wells. Shooting the ball much better, really scoring some nice, getting nice opportunities to shoot the ball, and Kennedy Carter finding her more.
Morris into traffic, held ball, some contact, no whistle. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Another rebound, the third quickly. We've only played 3 minutes, and ball mishandled by Kennedy Carter, and will go down as a turnover against Texas A&M. On the sideline for Texas A&M is Gary Blair, the Hall of Famer, now in his 16th season, 780 wins, 2011 national champion, and 13 straight trips to the NCAA tournament.
I thought you were going to say 780 unofficial offenses that he has in his playbook, because he can draw up a play for just about any situation.
Backdoor cut, ball deflected, almost thrown away, and Carter, wearing number 3 in white, will bring the ball out of the backcourt. Behind the back dribble, high arching 17-footer not there, and the rebound taken by Jada Roper, 5'6" junior out of Memphis. A little sloppy so far by both teams. Some turnovers and several missed shots. Nice rebound inside by number 40, Sierra Johnson, coming off an 11.9 rebound performance at Auburn on Thursday.
Well, some quick shots also, so team's not really able to get any kind of offensive half-court rhythm because of the different times of these quick shots happening.
Nice high-low. Johnson gathers. Give the assist to India Jones, and the basket to Sierra Johnson.
Really nice job sharing the basketball right there. And how about the progress that Sierra Johnson is making for these Aggies also, really coming into her own inside as a big presence, whether she's scoring, defending, or rebounding.
Morris working against Carter, 17-foot pull-up jump shot, and now Kentucky has missed their last 7 shots. Just 1 of 8 from the floor. Texas A&M early, 3 of 6. Johnson with it down in deep, through contact, not there, ball deflected, and Kentucky will run it into the front court. Roper, high arching 3-pointer, not close. Kentucky shooting too quick.
Yeah, just we've seen that a lot. Just a lot of these quick shots, so there's no opportunity to get into any kind of offensive flow. And also, just trying to make A&M make some defensive mistakes for some easy baskets. He's done a fantastic job.
Oh, he really has. Really has.
Yeah, 12 years there. 8. He had a run of 8 consecutive NCAA tournaments. They missed out last year, but they're looking to get themselves back there this year.
That's going to be a foul on Roper, no question about that. About 28 feet from the goal. We'll step aside, just underway here at Reed Arena in College Station. A good one. 2 ranked teams, Kentucky and Texas A&M.
So it's just, it's amazing, this comparison. And at times when I watch Kennedy Carter play and the things she can do with the ball in her hands, it reminds me of James Harden. Now, I don't know if he's the guy that she watches to try to emulate, but she's quite the offensive player.
That's going to be a foul, no question about that. Okechi Anyagalebu, who just stepped on the floor, 6'1", out of Miami, Florida, transfer from Stony Brook, picks up her first personal. That's the 2nd team foul.
And there's no reason for that. You've got India in a really tough position, trying to get out of a trap. Don't foul her. Don't get her out of trouble.
Boy, that was easy. Nice move. And wonderful spacing by Texas A&M to give Johnson so much space to operate. Blair Green wearing number 5 in blue on the floor now for Kentucky, the 6-foot freshman out of Harlan City, Kentucky, that is.
Yeah, Kentucky really needs to find their way offensively right now. You see them taking a little more patient.
Well, they better not be too patient. 3 seconds to shoot. Howard, long 3-pointer, and banks it home. I guess if you're going to take the lid off, you might as well bang it off.
That's right. You know what? When you're on the road, you need some of those shots to go in, to get yourself going and crank your team up right now. But Ron Howard, what a fantastic freshman year this young lady's having.
Averaging 16 points per game, a real impact performer for Kentucky.
Well, she leads about every stat category in the SEC for freshmen this season, so really making a strong case for herself for freshman of the year in this league.
She, like Maci Morris, struggled on Thursday night against Missouri at home, but in spite of that, Kentucky was able to win. Foul is going to be called down inside, and Sierra Johnson, the 6'4" sophomore out of Duncanville, Texas, a transfer from Louisville, will go to the free throw line. There you saw the numbers for Howard. Again, an outstanding freshman season so far. We'll have more great women's college basketball right here on the SEC Network. Thursday night, number 19 South Carolina heads to Lexington to take on number 15 Kentucky. That is really, really a big game at Memorial Coliseum. And then at 6:30 p.m. Or 5:30 Central, you can catch that and always watch it on the ESPN app. Second personal foul now on Roper as Maci Morris is back in. Galebo steps back, not there. Nice rebound by Carter down inside. She's listed at 5'7", but can get off the floor.
You know, Paul, with Kentucky struggling the way they are offensively, is not allowing them to set their press and get into that 40 minutes of dread and create some turnovers where they can score points. But nothing's bothering Kennedy Carter right now. Nice shot at the top of the key.
12-5 advantage now for the Aggies, and Kennedy Carter knew that shot was in as soon as it left her hands. A little bit of a Steph Curry shimmy right when it left her hand.
Oh, she's got swag. There's no doubt about it. She's a very confident basketball player.
Galebo throws up a wild shot, looking to draw the foul. Wells ahead of the pack and lays it up and in. Kentucky needs another timeout. This is an absolutely wonderful start right now by Texas A&M.
What a great...
Was an outstanding player, averaging 14 points per game, and will sorely be missed. But it's taken a little time for the adjustment with Chambria Washington to move to the point.
I like Kennedy Carter at that 2 spot because it does allow her to move without the ball, to find some different ways of scoring and not having all the responsibility of the ball in her hand and having to make things happen from the get-go.
Howard looks to make another 3. This one was a little more traditional, back-to-back threes. And as much as Kentucky's been struggling at the offensive end, here they are only trailing by 6.
Well, you see how that shot, that made field goal, allowed Kentucky to get into their full court press. Here you go. You got a turnover right here. They're used to forcing turnovers and turning that into points.
Howard with half a dozen coming on those 2 threes. That 3 rims in and out, and Dia Jones, who had 21 rebounds in the win over Georgia, had 15 on Thursday night, averaging 15 per game over the last 4. Carter down the lane, looking to give it up. Maci Morris on the flop, count the basket and the foul. Nice pass that time by Kennedy Carter.
Really nice play by Kennedy Carter, and this is where she's so dangerous again. Her ball handling skills, and she's so quick. She gets into the interior right here and is able to pull up. That was a potential charge opportunity for Kentucky, but she avoids it with some slick body movement right there. There's so many things that Gary Blair can do with a player of Kennedy Carter's ability that I'm sure he spends countless amount of time drawing things up, just figuring out other ways to use her offensive skills.
That was the 4th team foul on Kentucky, so it'll be free throws the rest of the way for Texas A&M. They have led throughout, on top now, 17-8. Morris shakes, step back 3-pointer. She's been doing that for 4 years.
Well, I'm not sure she's been doing that particular thing, but that's something she's worked on. A little shake it back from behind the 3 for Maci Morris.
And Dia Jones all the way to the basket, picked it up and draws the offensive foul. Nice play by number 14, Tatiana Wyatt, hanging in to take the hit.
Now Maci Morris, look, between the legs right here. This is a confident offensive player. Not just confident. Look, she shoots 54%, so let me just step back right here. I like that play by her.
Nell, I want to clarify. She is a coach's daughter. She's been doing that in her driveway since she was 5 years old. When she was 10, she was doing it in the practice gym, and then she's been doing it down in Lexington in games since she was a junior. Work in progress.
Let me clarify something for you, Paul. It's much different when you're going against a team of A&M's defensive caliber, and to be able to knock that shot down, that's pretty special.
Well, she is a special player, no doubt about it. Shot clock at 6. Nice play by Wells, getting in the passing lane, running now with Carter, and lays that up and in.
Wells' athleticism, look at her, the long legs, the long arms. She is a nightmare on both ends of the floor because of her length and her speed.
Shot clock and game clock separated by only a couple of ticks, and Maci Morris and the Wildcats will hold for the final shot.
I might try to run somebody at Maci Morris. I don't want her taking another one of those little shake and bake threes.
Yeah, there's the double team. Good call now. Shot clock, got to put this up. And that's, the officials are checking with one another. They're going to talk this one over. One official had a shot clock violation, and the other had a potential.
Out there, and then Kentucky with Matthew Mitchell. So, but not only only if you play for her or work for her, outside of that, she's affected so many other coaches in this profession in a positive way.
Kentucky really cold shooting throughout the opening 10 minutes. Only 4 of 16 overall, where Texas A&M was very efficient, particularly in the paint. Talk about efficient. Ryan Howard, number 10 in blue. That's her 3rd triple of the game so far.
Well, Paul, they have 4 made field goals in this game, and they're all threes. So they have yet to get inside and score in the paint. A&M really doing a good job with guarding them in the paint. Well, 2 points in the paint from Kentucky, but the 3-point line's been good to Kentucky.
Couple of free throws coming to Taylor Murray after the inbounds pass was deflected, and hard foul that time by Kennedy Carter, her first.
You see Taylor Murray wearing that sleeve on her left knee. She's really kind of struggled with that knee pain in there. She got it knocked pretty good in the Tennessee game, and she just has had problems with that.
Well, pretty good, Nell. I was at that game, and when she took that fall, I thought that she was going to be out for a long, long time, and she was able to come right back and play 35 minutes in the very next game. And I talked to her at shoot-around this morning, and asked her how her knee was. She said it's getting better every day. I'm still not close to 100%, but she is vitally, vitally important to her team, obviously. Well, go back to Thursday night.
Yeah, tremendous defender, leads her team in steals. I mean, she's one of the best defensive players in the country. She's on the Naismith watch for National Defensive Player of the Year. That just got announced, and so very valuable to this Kentucky team.
Another three-pointer. Look at the outside shooting now by the outstanding freshman Howard.
Okay, A&M needs to find number 10 on the floor. She's wearing blue, and she's shooting that 3 quite nicely.
Obviously has a dozen, all 4 of her baskets on the held ball. Possession arrow will stay with Kayla Wells and Texas A&M.
I mean, what a day already for Howard. 4 of 5 from behind the arc. I personally wasn't expecting that. You know, I was expecting to see her she can do many things, but 4 or 5 behind the 3, and we're just starting the second quarter.
And it's brought Kentucky back within 1 after they trailed by 8 after the opening quarter. Washington, pull-up jumper from 15 feet, not there. Wyatt with a nice rebound after a good block out. Morris starting to feel it, lines that up. Good offensive rebound at this end as well. Number 14, Wyatt, who had 11 points and 6 boards on Thursday night in the win over Missouri, grabs that offensive rebound and draws the foul. Gymnastics takes over the SEC network this Friday. Arkansas and 6th-ranked Gym Dogs square off in Athens at 7 p.m. Eastern. Then it's number 9 Alabama and number 15 Missouri from Columbia. Friday Night Heights is also streaming live on the ESPN app.
So I like Kentucky gets down here and running some offense right now. That quick shot by Murray, Kentucky lucky to get it back. They've been more successful moving the ball.
Pull-up jump shot, this one from inside the arc. Maybe she should have taken a couple of dribbles and moved outside the line. Just inside of 8 minutes remaining in the half. It's a 1-point game right now. Number 24, Texas A&M leading. Number 15, Kentucky, 19-18. Been a busy day in the SEC. Already the 3rd game for you, and this triple header on the SEC network. We'll catch up on all the rest of the scores momentarily. Floater in the lane off the front of the iron, not there. And Wyatt again, 3 quick rebounds. Johnson is on the floor at midcourt, so Kentucky has numbers. 3-pointer again, not there. Good play by Sierra Johnson, but she went over the top that time of McKinney, number 3 in blue, and draws the personal foul. First team foul on Sierra Johnson. That is the 3rd team foul already on Texas A&M with 7:37 remaining in the half. Nice backdoor cut. Murray high off the window, not there. Rebound taken by A&M's Johnson.
What a great heads-up play by Ryan Howard. That was a thread-the-needle pass. But too tough of a finish right there for Murray.
Inside, outside, Wells nearly with the air ball. Battle for the loose ball. And Jada Walton just on the floor, able to dig that out. Nice attack of the basket, hard off the window, and Maci Morris will pick up the personal foul, and it'll be free throws coming to Wells.
Well, really, A&M gets lucky here because Kennedy Carter was totally out of the play, having to tie her tennis shoes. So it was 4-on-5 right there for A&M, but they ended up getting themselves to the free throw line. Did I say tennis shoe? I think I did.
You did.
I have not heard. I don't know where that came from. I haven't said that in like a long time.
Yeah, I never understood sneaker.
Sneaker, tennis shoe.
Sneaker is an East Coast thing. That's a New York thing.
What's tennis shoe? Is that a Southern thing?
No, it's a tennis court thing.
Oh, okay.
That was a basketball shoe she was tying.
Yeah, it's a basketball shoe.
There you go. First personal foul on Maci Morris and the second team foul on Kentucky. Kayla Wells, 19 on Thursday, already has 8 first half points.
Interesting, Ryan Howard up here starting the offense, being the initiator here.
Shot clock already at 5. Coming around to screen. Is that an illegal screen? No, it's going to be a personal foul called on Shambria Washington, fighting hard through that screen set by Kentucky.
You know, and it's a good call. Tanya Napier, she nails the call right here, because a lot of times players want to use that, and they act like they're getting the gift thrown into them, but that screen was set by Wyatt right there.
Texas A&M now out of fouls, so it'll be free throws for Kentucky on every violation. Green in the middle of the lane, looked like she got hammered on the arm from behind, and this time there will be a whistle called in the back court. Why has Texas A&M slowed so significantly at the offensive end? They really had things going early.
Yeah, well, I think you're seeing Kentucky scoring the ball. They've closed this gap so they can set their press, so they can help take time off the clock, and it's making A&M really work offensively. They're doing a good job with these with their on-ball screen defense, so A&M really having to work hard in their half-court offense.
Johnson, good footwork through the lane, and up and in off the window for number 40 in white. Yeah,
when you give Johnson a wide-open lane to really work with, she can put the ball down, one dribble, and spin around her defender. She's pretty tough to guard.
14 points in the paint so far already for Texas A&M. Boy, nobody guarding Green. Why not? A little 7-footer from right off the SEC logo. A&M got absolutely lost. Blair Green, 6-foot freshman, highly regarded, and has played some significant minutes so far for Kentucky. Washington all the way down the lane. Once again, Maci Morris trying to draw the foul, and the officials having none of it.
Well, and Morris is in a good position right there, but you got to let the shooter come down once she goes up. So it's a little bit of timing right there.
Well,
you see what the press just did, though. It either slows A&M down or it speeds them up, and they take maybe an ill-advised shot.
Green again, good ball movement. You can't leave Morris open. Maci Morris with basically a layup from 20 feet.
Yeah, the arc has been very kind to Kentucky today, but they've got the shooters that knock them down. I mean, Maci Morris behind the arc, if you don't know where she is, that's a defensive breakdown.
Right now, Kentucky 6 of 13 from outside the arc. They trail it by 2. Kennedy Carter off the glass. No. Johnson with the rebound. Has it rejected. Carter down inside. Explodes up on the putback.
Great extra effort by the Aggies right there. Just stayed with it. Kennedy Carter did not run back down the floor. She stayed there looking for the offensive rebound and gets it.
Carter now with 7. Wells leading the way with 8. Sierra Johnson also with 7. Pretty good balance for Texas A&M. Morris, long three-pointer. Maybe took that one a little quick. There was still about 9 seconds on the shot clock.
And she was really way out. That was an extra long-range 3 right there. She had some time to get a better look.
Inside of 4 minutes remaining in the opening half. Texas A&M at 4-2 in conference, exactly the same as Kentucky. It's been a very impactful week. Out of the corner, wide open three-pointer is buried by Walton. Nice pass and assist by Carter.
That Kennedy Carter knew that that backside corner was going to be open. That's very high basketball IQ right there on her part.
Texas A&M shooting 52% so far in the opening half. It's been about the three for Kentucky. Here's Morris again. Murray trying to find some space. Shot clock. Shot's got to go up, and it was too late. So wipe away the shot. That's going to be a shot clock violation. The officials are going to talk about this one, though. Yep, confirmed a shot clock violation. Teams with their offensive inefficiency, well, now they're very good. They've scored in their last 5 possessions.
Yeah, well, you know Gary Blair is going to figure out a way to get to get points on the board. He's got a lot of them. But how about this one? When Jada Walton hit that 3 in the corner, that's the first basket by the A&M bench in the last 3 games.
Well, they've been playing a very, very tight rotation. I mentioned the injury to Aaliyah Wilson. There's also a shoulder injury to Aaliyah Jackson. She hasn't been available for the last couple of games, and she's on the sideline now. Floater in the lane, going to get bailed out, is Shambria Washington, and go to the free throw line.
Well, you know, coaches, as the season goes and as it gets into tighter games, you start to shorten your rotation a little bit, because the chemistry on the floor has to be really good. The tougher the games, you know, the more important those games are. That chemistry really has to be clicking, and so that's why you start tightening up your bench, shortening your bench somewhat to allow those players to really get better feels for each other and get that chemistry good.
Washington, just a 65% free throw shooter, perfect on the first and misses the second. That personal foul was called on Amanda Pascal, the 5'7" redshirt junior out of Brooklyn, New York, now on the floor wearing number 12 in the left corner for Kentucky.
Kentucky really needs to try to get themselves some baskets in the paint, because they're not able to get themselves to the free throw line also, but without attacking the paint.
Back and forth we go, coast to coast, after the Euro step miss from Kennedy Carter. 2:20 remaining in the opening half. Pascal goes inside, throws it up against Sierra Johnson. Offensive rebound taken by McKinney. Kiki McKinney, the sophomore for Kentucky out of Knoxville, Tennessee. Offensive rebound score in the basket. Will look to complete the three-point play.
That is the exact play that Kentucky needed right now. In this part of the second quarter, they've got to find ways to attack the paint, because now you get the and one, you're getting yourself to the free throw line. The other thing, Paul, you've got to put pressure on the A&M defense. You've got to get players a little bit tight with foul trouble.
Well, and all of that just happened, Nell, because Sierra Johnson, who was having a really good first half, she's out for the rest of the half. She got 2 personal fouls, so exactly right. At the last timeout, it was an 18-4 advantage, points in the paint for Texas A&M. Ball tipped away from behind, and here comes Howard. Boy, isn't she comfortable at 6'2", handling the basketball.
She is, and the turnover right there comes at not a great time for A&M, to be really honest. I thought Kennedy did a great job spinning out of a double team, but then she's got to slow down and maybe a little bit of change of pace to figure out where are we going to score now. She's going 100 miles an hour and ends up turning the ball over right now. Kentucky needs in the worst way to score right now. They want to cut into this lead. It's only a 5-point lead, but they want to feel really good about themselves going into the half.
The delay was for a shot clock that did not begin, so after the adjustment, it was wound down to 26. Morris being hounded, the ball deflected. Murray's been pretty quiet offensively, as she was in the first half on Thursday night. Green, open look. Boy, has she been good off the bench. Buries the three-pointer, and the triple continues to be huge for the visiting Wildcats out of Kentucky.
There you go with another quality freshman here for Kentucky. You're looking at some of the future right now for Matthew Mitchell making a difference today.
Green now has 7 quickly off the bench. Steal by Murray. Murray taking it coast to coast, lays it up and in. A little bit of a touch foul called against Washington. Tied at 31 and a chance for Kentucky to take the lead.
Yeah, this is a big call right here on Shambria Washington. Yeah, they're going to call her for, you know, sometimes, Paul, it just has to look like a foul. It doesn't always have to be a foul, but that's a big call right there for Washington. Goes to the bench with her second foul right now, so she's not on the floor in the last minute and 23 seconds of this half.
And remember, the depth in the backcourt is severely limited for Gary Blair and Texas A&M, so they got to try to survive here over the last couple of possessions. Jasmine Williams wearing number 15 on the floor. And down in the low post, that's Kaylin Martin, 6'3" senior out of Houston, looking for a touch. Wells drives at baseline. Got to watch out for the charge into the side of the board. And here comes Kentucky on an 8-0 run, looking to add to that, up into the bottom of the iron. And the rebound is taken by Texas A&M. Carter crossover, measures, and knocks down the 17-footer. Carter now with 9. Yeah, back and forth we go. That
17-footer looks just like that one she took at the beginning of the game. 17 feet, no contest. That's a layup.
Floater off the edge of the line. Be sending it to our halftime crew momentarily. Kennedy Carter pulled the string on that off the front of the iron, and now Taylor Murray is signaling to Ryan Howard to slow things down.
You know, Kaylin Martin comes in off the bench and did exactly what she needed to do, block a shot and give that possession back to A&M on that last possession. And here we go with another steal.
And time expires on this one. Back and forth we go. Texas A&M and Kentucky ranked number 24 and number 15 respectively, and it is the Aggies leading it 33-31. Our score here at the half, 33-31. Alyssa, Steffi, and Asia share their 15 from outside the arc in the first half. They're a pretty good shooting team. Saw that from Green. Saw that from Maci Morris, and of course from Howard most specifically. Second half underway. Number 24 Texas A&M at 15-4. Number 15 Kentucky at 17-3. Both coming off wins on Thursday night. Kentucky at home over Missouri, and Texas A&M on the road thanks to a last-second make by Kennedy Carter, 69-67 at Auburn.
A little bit of a zone defense right here by Texas A&M, but they leave a wide-open shooter in the corner.
McKinney goes and gets her own offensive rebound off the miss and bangs it home, and points are on the board, and we're tied at 33.
See right there, that's where Kennedy Carter has to become involved, more involved defensively. Can't give up on a play right there, give up a wide open three, and then forget to box out.
Give you the leading scores for both teams. You know it's Howard with the 4 threes for Kentucky, but pretty good balance for Texas A&M. Shot clock at 6. Inside to Sierra Johnson. Powers it up and in. Johnson having a really good game so far, now with 9.
Yeah, both teams opting to go zone coming out of the halftime, and that little 2-3 zone right here, trying to take away some of that easy points in the paint for Texas A&M, but it didn't work on that one.
Taylor Murray, number 24, the outstanding point guard for Kentucky. Very, very quiet first half, just 1 of 6 from the floor. Open in the corner is Tate. Offensive rebound taken and scored. Important points in the paint for Kentucky. That was Howard again.
Yeah, they've got to find ways to really challenge A&M, continue to challenge them in the paint.
Nice pass. The late bump that time by Tatiana Wyatt. Ryan Howard with the offensive rebound. She's 6'2", outstanding freshman. She was the Tennessee Gatorade Player of the Year, Miss Basketball in the state of Tennessee, and came to Kentucky, and she has been outstanding so far in her freshman season.
Yeah, she's a special one. She's going to, and you have to know, she's a freshman, so there's going to be a lot of things she's going to work on in the offseason to add to her game. So we'll see a little bit of a different player next season with whatever she brings to the table offensively that Matthew Mitchell decides to work on in the offseason.
Kentucky and Texas A&M will play twice on the year. The second meeting is back in Lexington the end of February. But who did she get to draw to guard? Aaron. Ryan Howard guard Kennedy Carter in their first ever meeting. Step back jumper not there. Good block out that time by Wells.
These two teams will play again. You know, they'll meet up again in the month of February. And it's always a good battle between these teams. And it's because of the coaching. Both of these coaches can scheme. Both of these coaches are so well prepared. They just prepare their teams incredibly and can mix up their defenses.
Nice double team. Washington in trouble. Shot clock winding down. About a 26-footer. On the way and good by Carter.
Did we see that shot last year in the NCAA tournament? Remember when they beat DePaul there at the end, and that was Kennedy Carter? It was almost the same shot, same place.
Carter now with 12. Wells with 8. Sierra Johnson having a nice game with 9.
Yeah, so here we go. We're going to... A&M is in trouble right here. But you know what? There's nobody better to get out of trouble to get a shot off than Kennedy Carter. Just a fantastic offensive player.
Leading scorer in the SEC Conference, a little over 21 points per game, also averages 5 rebounds and almost 4 assists per game. Had 28 the other night at Auburn, and as I mentioned, the game winner with just under 5 seconds remaining. The other starters getting very, very comfortable playing with Kennedy Carter, who at times, particularly when she's at the point now, dominates the ball. But the other players, look at the first 3 games as opposed to the next 3 in the SEC.
And I think that bodes really well for A&M as they continue through this season, because, you know, then Kennedy doesn't have all the pressure to score points, and she doesn't feel that sense of urgency to have to take a lot of shots. So it's been really interesting watching A&M just consistently get better and better on the offensive end of the floor.
Beautiful offense that time. High-low and Dia Jones finding Sierra Johnson. Ogechi Anyagalebo with the miss. Offensive rebound taken inside by Kiki McKinney.
Good job by McKinney, really holding her ground, knowing that if that shot was going to be missed, it's coming on my side of the basket. She really did a good job of keeping her position to rebound.
Boy, that is so strong. Sierra Johnson, the former McDonald's High School All-American, now with 13, just powering her way to the rim.
Yeah, remember, she's a transfer from Louisville. You know, she came here, she sat a year, and now she's playing and really creating a big presence for Gary Blair inside.
Jones on the floor along with McKinney. Shot clock at 4. Howard finds some space. Step back 16-footer, no. And the rebound taken off the floor by Johnson, but a really good block out by Chambria Washington. Crossover in the lane. Holding foul is going to be on the perimeter called against Maci Morris, and she knows it. But back to Sierra Johnson, who's really having a nice run of games here for Gary Blair and Texas A&M.
Yeah, she's just tough. That's a big body right here. She's physical and just an easy little drop step dribble. But look at this crossover. Look how fast that is. That is quick and gone before you know it. If you don't bring help on her, she's just got moves for days to get around you.
Right to the basket again. That's going to be another foul, no doubt about that. Called on Anyagalebo. Second personal foul, also 2 fouls on Maci Morris. And as far as team fouls are concerned, that is now 4 on Kentucky, so it'll be free throws the rest of the way for the final 5 minutes and 36 seconds of the quarter. First free throw up and rattles home. We'll have more great women's college basketball right here on the SEC Network Thursday night. Number 19 South Carolina heads to Lexington to take on number 15 Kentucky. Really good one. A lot of anticipation for that matchup. South Carolina is really, really playing well. 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, and you can always watch on the app.
Yeah, that's a team that's consistently improved throughout this season. Kiki Herbert Harrigan really becoming a big presence inside for Dawn Staley at South Carolina.
Howard, three-pointer on the way, looking to answer and does. Her 5th three-point make of the early evening.
This is an unconscious freshman from behind the arc. She has no fear right now.
We'll check season high as far as three-pointers for Ryan Howard in just a moment. She's got 17 overall and is keeping Kentucky in this basketball game. Inside of 5 minutes remaining in the half. Wells tries to answer and does.
It's an old-fashioned shootout. I feel we're in the Wild Wild West right now. We got threes going up for days.
Morris off the side of the iron. Washington quickly to it, number 4 in white. Carter behind the back, looks for a three, buries a three-pointer.
Well, you know what?
It was raining this morning, but it cleared up in the afternoon. We'll have to check and see if it's raining outside.
It's raining in here right now. Gary Blair, if he does have one of those double buys, it gives him an opportunity to spend a couple of days at the SEC tournament just walking around throwing out candy. He loves doing that. The fans love it.
Drawing up new plays. He never stops. Jada Roper, number 32 in blue, on the floor now for Kentucky. Ryan Howard has 5 3-point makes, her career high. She's only a freshman, is 7. Morris, nice move off the window. Really nice with the offhand. Much needed basket for Morris and Kentucky.
Yeah, look at the creativity right there by Maci Morris. It's not like that's the strength of her game, but no help coming from any of the A&M defenders, so she's able to get all the way to the basket.
Carter, one dribble floater, pulled the string, and is that going to be a charge or a block? That's a charging foul called against Kennedy Carter, so a turnover for Texas A&M. She picks up her 2nd personal foul, 12 points, 8 rebounds. She's the number 5 total rebounder in the conference, but she's number 3 in offensive rebounds, and Adia Jones is there at number 5. So that is a pretty good pair of post players for Gary Blair and Texas A&M.
Well, Adia Jones has had a tremendous year already, just rebounding the ball with the loss of Andriel Howard.
Kayla Wells on the steal, trying to go coast to coast, and Ryan Howard a little bit late getting back defensively. It'll be 2 free throws coming. Wells had 19 on Thursday. She's averaging 13 on the season and doesn't get a lot of rest now coming into this game today. Over the last 2 contests, the win at Georgia, the win at Auburn, she played 79 out of 80 minutes.
She looks like a track athlete. She looks like she could run the 400 in about 53 seconds. So I want to go back here for a second to Adia Jones, because you lose an Andriel Howard, a fantastic rebounder on both ends of the floor, and you're thinking, oh gosh, this is really going to hurt us this year. But Jones, who sat behind Andriel, played against her every day in practice. She's averaging double figures. She's like 12 rebounds a game. So that's been a good, really nice addition to the starting lineup for Gary Blair.
And with the season, yes, Adia Jones has been superb, but with the season Andriel Howard is having for Mississippi State, I'll tell you, there are a lot of fans here at College Station that are not happy with Howard, who went down to Starkville. Foul is going to be called, and Maci Morris is going to head to the free throw line. Morris being a little more aggressive offensively, and Kennedy Carter, speaking of foul trouble, now just picked up her 3rd personal foul.
Yeah, you can see they're really taking the ball to Kennedy Carter, really forcing her to have to guard some one-on-one action, and a really smart move by Matthew Mitchell to do that. Put the pressure on Carter, see if you can get her off the floor a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see if A&M goes back to their zone defense right now to protect her a little bit.
3:26 remaining here in the 3rd. Again, Carter picks up her 3rd personal foul. Maci Morris, usually an expert free throw shooter, been struggling a little bit. Only 11 of 16 coming into this game in SEC play. She's now in double figures with 10. The lead still 8 for Texas A&M. Pull-up jump shot off the front of the iron, bobbled, and Howard will come away with it and kick ahead. Washington is back, and that's going to be a blocking foul called against Washington. And Taylor Murray, maybe the basket will open up for her a little bit as she looks to go to the free throw line.
Yeah, you've got Matthew Mitchell clapping, and then you've got Gary Blair with his hands in the air like, what? You know, these are one of the toughest calls for officials to have to make. They really are. Was the defender there? Were they set? That's why I never wanted to be official. I have no desire to be an official. They're the toughest calls to make on the floor, is those charges in the open court.
Now both teams are out of fouls for the last 3 minutes and 8 seconds, and Chambria Washington joins Carter. Texas A&M backcourt, now both players with 3 personal fouls. Second free throw rattles down, and here comes more full court pressure from Kentucky.
Well, that's 2 speedsters right there. You got Kennedy with the ball in her hands, Taylor Murray defending her right there. 2 of the quickest guards in the SEC. And Murray picks up a foul as she tries to stop Carter from getting to the basket.
So Carter, a 72% free throw shooter. I'll tell you, Texas A&M been struggling from the line so far in SEC play. Overall on the year, they're about 72%, but dropped down to into the high 60s so far in SEC play. And if it's a free throw shooting contest, it would favor Kentucky. What saves Texas A&M is that they get to the line a lot.
Yeah, well, I really, Kennedy Carter, 66% free throw shooter in this league. That's not good enough for her. She's a much better shooter than that. She needs to get herself to that free throw line. She should be shooting in the 80s from the line. And those are a lot of points she's leaving on the floor for Texas A&M. And in close ball games, it could be a difference maker.
Jada Walton comes in, and Carter will sit for the remainder of the quarter. And to that point, last 2 games for Kennedy Carter, just 15 of 26 from the free throw line.
Boy, A&M's this zone defense right here, it looks a little bit like a man, but it's a zone. A little bit confusing for Kentucky right there on that offensive possession. They turn the ball over.
Turnover number 10 for Kentucky. Wells with a clear out, taking it at Morris, trying to pick up another personal foul on Morris, who brings it out of the backcourt wearing number 4 in blue.
A really nice defense by Maci Morris right there to not draw that foul. Got posted up good and strong and just held her ground.
Taylor Murray was wide open from 3, and the tough rebound taken by Jones, who got smacked up around the eye and was in a lot of discomfort, and still is. Washington around a screen. Tough fallback jumper not there. Morris, nice play on the block out with some help from Roper. Kick ahead here, and Taylor Murray is knocked to the floor from behind by number 11 Wells, and it'll be 2 free throws coming.
Well, you see the problem here for Texas A&M. Shambria Washington trying to go to the hole, takes a bad shot. Nobody gets back in transition, so the bad shot leads to transition offense for Kentucky and nobody back to protect the basket.
Taylor Murray is the best free throw shooter in the SEC conference. Rare to see her miss, which she just did when she was at the line moments ago. Kennedy Carter, I thought she'd be out for the rest of the quarter. She's at the table, and that free throw is missed. That is a rare sighting for Murray. 1:34 left in the 3rd quarter. Texas A&M led it 19-11 after 1. Just a 2-point game at the half, thanks to Ryan Howard and a barrage of 3-point shots. Second free throw falls, and Texas A&M continues to lead it now by 8, 54-46. Oh, that is a dangerous place to pick up the basketball. So near midcourt, isn't it, Nell? It's like another defender.
It's the worst place to pick up the ball, but what's even worse is that Kentucky fouls right there. Just trap the ball. Don't foul. Don't reach for the ball. And right here, you got Ryan Howard all over her. Now, I'm not sure. Who do they call the foul on?
On Howard.
On Howard. Because you've got her in trouble. You just cover out and close out. Everyone as close to the ball as you can.
40 minutes of dread. We talked to Matthew Mitchell about it at practice this morning, and that is who Kentucky is now. There was some question mark last year as to who they were as a team when they went 15-17 out of the tournament for the first time since 2009. But there's no question that that's what they're committed to now. And they took a team trip to Italy that really helped bring this team close together. They dealt with a lot of adversity. Where's my luggage? What time is it? Et cetera, et cetera. And Matthew telling us earlier today that that really helped to jumpstart the team as far as this season is concerned. 10-point advantage once again for A&M. Roper in some trouble. Move along the baseline. Wild, wow. Tatiana Wyatt getting bailed out along the baseline. The foul is on Sierra Johnson, her 3rd personal.
Oh, that's a really tough call right here. We're going to get another look at it. I did not think there was contact. She reaches up and goes under Sierra Johnson. I can see it both ways, but that's a tough call because I don't think Sierra Johnson was really trying to do anything, trying to get to the ball.
Wyatt, just a 54% free throw shooter, good on the first.
Johnson having to take a seat. That's her third foul.
She had 2 at the half, having a nice game, 15 points, 5 rebounds. Kayla Wells has 13, Kennedy Carter leading the way with 17.
A little bit of something different. It's like a 1-2-2, a little bit.
Dangerous pass. Morris comes over to intercept, but is on the sideline.
Yeah, I like the switch up right there. Instead of your full court man, a little bit of a zone, a 3/4 of a zone press right there with Ryan Howard, that big body up top. Almost forced a turnover.
Both teams have done a nice job in the turnover category. Kentucky with 10 turnovers. Texas A&M with only 8. Off the side of the iron, offensive rebound taken down inside and missed by Asia Ellison, point-blank range.
It's a great rebound.
Morris, that not close. Block out is missed, and Roper is there to take the rebound and the putback. Shot clock and game clock separated by about 3 seconds now for you. The lead for Tech. Oh, that's going to be an offensive foul. That's 4 personal fouls on Kennedy Carter. That was a huge play and really smartly done by number 32, Jada Roper.
It was very good defense right there, and that's where Kennedy Carter, she sees this situation a lot, and when it happens to her, she has to learn from. This isn't the first time this has happened, where she lowers the shoulder, puts the elbow out, but she's got to learn from that, especially knowing she has 3 fouls, and it's a 6-point ball game right here. She's got to be able to keep herself in the game.
Murray around the screen as time is winding down. Roper thought about it. Left alone, 17-foot. Oh, rattles in and out. Rebound taken by Jones. Plenty of time. Kentucky went too early. And that shot is going to come up. Wow, we're going to have to take another look at this one. The official on the outside said the basket was good. It was missed so badly, it went right into the hands of Walton.
Everybody that she was, that she visited with, met, she made them feel so important. And that's a special trait by someone.
Well, you knew her well, coached against her, worked with her. You coached at Auburn for 8 years. Also her efforts and affiliation with the Olympic Games. You coached the U.S. Olympic team to the gold medal in the Sydney Olympic Games. So
yeah, she spoke to my team on gold medal day. And those were all professionals. They were older players, but they know exactly who Pat Summitt is, and hung on every word she said. And we won the gold. Just reminder.
Over Australia.
That's right.
In Sydney. Not easy to do. Australia was good. Maci Morris just picked up her 3rd personal foul.
Yeah, this is going to be a tight 4th quarter with players racking up some foul trouble.
Kennedy Carter has started this quarter on the sideline and getting some help in the scoring column there from Kayla Wells, who's having another big game. 19 on Thursday night. She's got 15 now.
This foul is on Maci Morris right here. If so, that's her 4th foul. She's going to have to take a seat right now, and for Kentucky, that's a bit of a problem. No, they're going to. No, there she goes.
Yeah, Morris,
she didn't want to go.
No. As a senior, look, she knows how to play with foul trouble. Coming over, trying to take the charge, and I don't think that was very advised, if you will, because she just picked up the touch foul, and now she picks up 2 fouls. We played 28 seconds in the 4th quarter, and Kentucky got a couple breaks and cut it to 6.
Yeah, she's got to be smarter than that. And this is a situation where she's got to learn from. She only got a few more SEC games left in her career. She wants to stay on the floor as long as possible. Look
for Taylor Murray to start heating it up. Remember, she had 19 in the second half on Thursday night. And so far for Murray, number 24, one of the best point guards, certainly in the SEC and in the country, has been awfully quiet so far on the afternoon. 5 points, 1 of 7 shooting. And the best free throw shooter in the conference is only 3 of 7 from the line. Oh, dangerous pass. That's picked off, and here comes Murray. Walton trying to get back, and Murray decides to dribble the ball back out.
a smart play by Murray. She had nothing there. She had no layup right there. You know, this is where taking care of the ball at this point in time in the game for both teams is critical. So A&M can't come down and turn it over like they just did because there's no reason to score quick. You don't need that.
These two teams have played it very close to the vest during the course of their series. Taylor Murray knocks that one down, much needed for the Kentucky Wildcats.
Right on cue, Paul. You were just talking about that, and she's that senior. She's a player who has the ability to score some big points here in this fourth quarter. And
with Morris on the sideline, she's got to expand her role and knock down some shots from distance. There is Taylor Murray, averaging 13 points, 4 assists, and also a bushel full of steals.
Well, a smart play by Ron Howard to find her right there. Gives her the ball right there in the pocket. She can knock it down. She's going to need a few more of those. More foul trouble for Kentucky. Nice steal. Here is Roper working on Walton. And that shot is rejected. One-on-one. What defense by Walton. Here comes Wells. Running 2-on-1, 3-on-1. Step back, Shambria Washington makes a difficult shot from mid-range. That might be the hardest shot on the floor. Right there, you're dead. Your 2 feet are on the floor. You're about 8 feet away. That's not an easy shot. Nice play by Roper, diving on the loose ball and having the wherewithal. Look at that to call the timeout. Yeah, that was a big down play by Roper, but what a dude. Does it affect one team more than the other, given their absence? You know, I don't know. You can look at it. It's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. It really is. Right now, Kentucky needs to find a way to get themselves to the free throw line. It's been difficult scoring inside in the paint. But if they can put some more pressure on A&M's defense, scoring in the paint with some higher percentage shots, it would do them well. Wyatt loses the handle ball on the floor. Held ball, the possession arrow favors Kentucky. Only 4 seconds to shoot. Texas A&M, given the absence of Kennedy Carter-Nell, has had more balance when you look at what they've done. Wells with 16, Carter leading the way with 17, but Sierra Johnson's got 15. You wonder where the points are going to come from for Kentucky. Ryan Howard, who got off to such a good start shooting the ball from outside the arc like the rest of Kentucky. They are now just 9 of 24 after they went 7 of 15 to open the game. Well, Kentucky has, A&M has a little bit of a better opportunity to send the ball inside. They've got some really good, strong physical post players. Sierra Johnson, she's really coming into her own as the season goes along. So they've got more of a post presence. A&M, Kentucky struggling a bit, trying to find that post paint presence. Off the back of there, a nice rebound taken by Johnson, almost stolen away. Ryan Howard, after the flyby, got a really good look at another 3. Johnson passing out of the double team. Playing some high-low, trying to create some space, and made off the window on a tough angle. Okay, great patience by Texas A&M to get what they need, and that is a high-low opportunity. Beautiful pass right there, but give Sierra Johnson a lot of credit for the catch and the difficult come back and score basket. McKinney looking for some space. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. The lead is 10 once again for A&M. Step back jumper not close. Washington almost loses control, falling out of bounds. Throws it on the floor to Walton, who's played pretty well. Jada Walton, number 14, has played some good minutes for Texas A&M. Morris will be in at the next whistle. She's at the scorer's table. That's going to be a foul on Murray. And now Kentucky is out of fouls for the rest of the game. So A&M running a little play right here with the 2 post players high. They want to eventually get into a high-low, and they do. What pass! But nice finish by Sierra Johnson. And this is where Gary he's calling out these sets. He knows exactly where he wants to attack Kentucky and take advantage of their size inside.
Did you see the amount of space that Sierra Johnson had to operate down inside? But really, really good deployment of players.
Well, yeah, you had the spacing with all the other players giving her that opportunity with that much paint to operate in.
Wells again, pull up 15-footer straight away. Thought she'd made it off the back of the iron. Here comes Kentucky. Still plenty of time for the Wildcats, trailing by 10. And as mentioned, Maci Morris is back in over in the far left corner.
But A&M is not going to give Maci Morris an open look. She's going to be shadowed, maybe even face guarded, so she doesn't touch the ball.
Ryan Howard weaving her way inside now with 19 points. Oh, nice deflection out of bounds by Kiki McKinney.
Yeah, you got to loft that ball up high to Sierra Johnson. She has some advantage in there with her height.
Wells in traffic, has the shot blocked from behind, but a foul is going to be called. They're pointing at Howard. Fourth personal foul on Howard, and again, this could be a real factor now, because I mentioned Texas A&M gets to the line a lot, even though they're not shooting a great percentage in SEC play. Kentucky has been over the limit for a while. We've got 5:07 left. Texas A&M has yet to commit a foul here in the quarter. Wells, an 80% free throw shooter. Perfect there, looking to add to her total. She has 17. 3 players on Texas A&M with 17 points. Carter, Johnson, and Wells.
A really nice balance, and I think that's where A&M, we're seeing the improvement in this A&M team, is how it's more of everybody contributing a little more equally. And it takes some of the pressure off of Kennedy Carter, but she still has the ability to just go off on a team and score, get 30.
Ryan Howard, outstanding freshman out of the state of Tennessee, now playing with some serious foul trouble. Do you take a risk? I mean, obviously the decision has been made to leave her in, but might you sit her for a little bit?
She's going to sit for a little bit. Here comes Ellison back in the game for Sierra Johnson. You have to be real strategic right now, because you can't afford to lose Kennedy Carter and Sierra Johnson at the same time. Right. I don't believe, because they're just too valuable on both ends of the floor. Legally
into the backcourt. Morris again, look out for the charge, playing with 4 personal fouls. How good with the offhand.
Look, I love the play for this reason. Just get the ball in Maci Morris's hand. Even if you had to throw it to the backcourt, let her have the ball. Don't give it up. Give her a screen and let her go create.
4.5 minutes still remaining, and the advantage for Texas A&M is 8. Carter continues to sit. Sierra Johnson on the sideline as well. Asia Ellison on the floor, wearing number 0 in white. Shot clock winding down. Oh, you can't commit a foul that far from the basket that late against a post player.
Well, yeah. Jones is not going to shoot the ball from right there, but what a move right here by Maci Morris, and what a smart play by Kentucky, because A&M is working hard to keep the ball out of her hands, so you've got to find a way to get the ball in her hands, but don't give it up. Let her take that screen and go create.
Jones, just a 57% free throw shooter, needs a bounce and doesn't get it. 1 of 4 right now from the free throw line on the evening is Jones. Texas A&M 15-4 overall, 4-2 in conference. Kentucky 17-3, ranked number 15 with the identical conference record. Both free throws are missed.
Well, it turns out to be a good foul, because she's a 42% free throw shooter. Clock is stopped. She doesn't hit either one. So now Kentucky kind of continue to claw their way back into this game.
Ball out of bounds under the basket for Kentucky. Taylor Murray will pull the trigger, and Dia Jones just picked up her 3rd personal foul, but only the 2nd so far in the quarter for A&M. Step back jumper, back-to-back baskets by the senior Maci Morris.
Really tough play. There's a senior right there, knows what's going on, the time and score in this game. She knows exactly what has to be done.
And Gary Blair knows exactly what needs to be done. One of the smartest minds in the game for decades.
So they've got to take advantage of it. I'm interested to see how, if A&M will continue to try to keep the ball out of Maci Morris's hands. The only time she's getting it, Paul, is on out-of-bounds plays, you know, not within their offense.
The lead is 6, 3:45 remaining. Carter playing with 4 personal fouls. Been really good balance so far for A&M. High arching three-pointer right off the bench, and now with 20 is Carter.
That's a gamer. There you go. That's what she does.
Morris tries to answer and does it the other end.
I love the shootout. The mentality of those two players to score the basketball.
Morris now with 17. Shot clock winding down. Kentucky's got to play defense without fouling. There's Wells against the clock. What a clutch make.
That's a big-time shot right there by Kayla Wells. She used every bit of her length to get that shot off and up and over the defense.
Morris has scored the last 7 points, make it the last 9 points for Kentucky.
Just a beautiful play right there. Little step back right there, but she is on fire.
Still plenty of time in this game. Who's going to make a mistake? High, low, inside to Johnson again, away from the defense, lays it up and in, and that's a new career high for Sierra Johnson with 19.
Well, that's where A&M, I still believe they can really just continue to do damage. Kentucky doesn't have anyone really to match up with her.
Taylor thought about spinning inside. Another shot on the way. Needs a bounce and gets it.
You can't be late on her. Kennedy was late on her getting the ball. She's going to get that shot off.
Carter at the other end. Boy, I don't know about that one. That was awfully early in the clock. Oh, look at that breakaway. McKinney with a layup, and now A&M needs a timeout. 1:39 left. It's a one-possession game. A&M leads it 72 to
of the last 13 Kentucky points right now, and she's just on fire. And again, I go back to this. She's got to have the ball in her hand. It's going to be, I mean, A&M's got to do a better job of keeping it out of her hands, or at least being there on the catch.
Closest this game has been, Nell, in a lifetime.
You might be going to overtime today.
Carter thought about the three, attacking multiple defenders. Missed that. Ball comes loose. And number 32 in blue, Roper, has got it.
You go back to the amount of time that Carter and Johnson have had to sit on the A&M bench. So the points that they could have put up during that time could be a difference maker today for Texas A&M.
Good offensive rebound by Howard. What an important basketball game. Number 15, Kentucky. Number 24, Texas A&M. Three-pointer on the way, not close. Jones with the rebound.
Now, this is a one-possession game. Kentucky does not have to foul here. They're going to get the ball back with about 12 seconds left on the clock.
Gary Blair is going to call a timeout here to talk over the final 29.9 seconds of this game.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting strategy for both of these teams.
And Kentucky, you've got an experienced backcourt, Taylor Murray and Maci Morris. Morris has been superb, obviously, here in this fourth quarter. Just under 30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, this is interesting because she does not want to give the ball up right now. I think we're going to see Kennedy Carter trying to make a play.
Carter, fall back, 18-foot jump shot, no. Howard with the rebound. It's a three-point game. Oh, that's going to be an interesting call. Oh, they're going to say it was on the shot. That's going to be 3 free throws. Remember, Matthew Mitchell talked to us at shoot-around earlier today. He said if it's a 2-point game, a 3-point game, we get a rebound, we're going to go. We're not going to let them get organized defensively.
Yeah, but see, he had that last timeout, so he didn't have to call that time. He could have worked strategy. Look, if they score, we're in this. If they don't, we're in that. That is a foul on a 3-point shot. So right now, the freshman, who's had an outstanding day, is at the line to tie this up with 3 free throws.
That's her first free throw of the day. It rattles home. On the year, she's a 72%er. 2 more chances to tie. So now Kentucky's got a foul. Or you miss this on purpose, Nell, and look for the offensive rebound.
Well, you know what? You don't practice missing free throws.
Right.
So that
free throw misses. They've given up 1 offensive rebound all year on a missed free throw.
That's an amazing stat right there, because you know Kentucky's got to be going for the ball. Now, we need to see a quick foul right now by Kentucky. No time needs to come off the clock. If any time, it's like
there's the foul, and India Jones will go to the free throw line. 8.5 remaining. Even if both free throws are made, it'll be a 1-possession game. Matthew Mitchell and Kentucky have a timeout remaining, so make or miss. Kentucky can call timeout and advance the ball to midcourt, so they're going to get a look.
So you're looking at India Jones. She is not a good free throw shooter. This is not the person you want at the line. A 42% free throw shooter in SEC play. So really smart foul by Kentucky.
And that rims out, and you have to ask, look, Gary Blair is one of the best in the business, especially at the offensive end and scheming and plays, but I don't think he wanted that ball in India Jones's hands.
No, but if she was the only player available at that
that's
time,
another story.
then, you know, the ball's got to come in or you have that violation.
Second free throw on the way and good. 2-point lead for Texas A&M, 8.5 seconds remaining. And as we thought, a timeout. Really important factor. Texas A&M has a foul to give.
Oh, yeah. They've got to use it.
Into Howard. Have a foul to give. Oh, they tried to give it, and Shambria Washington came back and slapped there at Maci Morris. So now there's 6.9 seconds remaining, and now A&M is out of fouls.
Yeah, you have to work on these plays in practice. Every day, a little bit. How do you foul? Can't be an intentional foul. How much time can you let run off the clock?
Going to Howard again. Howard stepping through for the tie. Off the side of the board, Carter with the rebound, and she's immediately fouled. And I don't think, look at Taylor Murray and the other Kentucky Wildcats, they got what they wanted on that particular possession.
Well, with the clock running down, Ryan Howard was pretty much in a position where she had to take the shot. Who's she going to throw it to? There's nobody really presenting themselves for the ball. So she has to take the shot, or else time's going to run out.
Are you surprised that neither Murray nor Maci Morris touched the basketball?
I'm surprised Maci Morris wasn't running behind Ryan Howard right there calling for the ball. She was just kind of staying up top. I mean, it looked like the play was for Ryan Howard to go make the play. But you can still run behind her, you know, to be an outlet.
Well, Texas A&M looks like they're going to escape with 0.7 seconds remaining. Kentucky has no timeouts, and that'll do it. That is a big win at home in this particular series for Gary Blair and the Texas A&M.